about time you've woken up. I was beginning to worry. How long was I out? Feels like forever. About 2 months. I was starting to think this was over before it even began. 2 months. Guess I better get back to the grind then. That's right. Start the mission in the kitchen. We can discuss the details from there. Got it. Start in the kitchen. Commencing Salt and Suffering, Ep.2. Pizza.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in to Channel 44. We invite you to enjoy the latest in culinary creativity. Hey everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Salt and Suffering. Today, we're going to take you on another magical, cuisinical journey. By today, make the pizza. We're going to be doing everything from scratch, probably with shit that you already have in your house. We're going to need some flour, some sugar, some yeast, some oil, and some other junk like tomato sauce, which we're going to be making again today. And use some basil, some oregano, garlic powder. We're going to have a great old time. And don't forget the cheese, because it's not a fucking pizza without cheese. I think that's called like a tomato pie. I'm probably wrong. But today's episode is going to be a bit shorter than the last because we're not home making everything, and it's just one thing instead of 3 things. So, it won't be a 40-minute fucking video this time. But, we'll see what happens. For this recipe, all the ingredients shown here are what we're going to be using for the pizza crust, or the dough, or whatever the fuck you want to call it. We have some garlic powder here, some yeast, sugar, flour, olive oil, and some warm water. I preheated the water already so we don't have to go through that fiasco of trying to figure out how hot the fucking water is like the last time. So, once we get all of our ingredients ready, we're gonna we're gonna start making the dough now. We're gonna start off with a cup of flour, and then from there, we're also going to put in 2 teaspoons of active dry yeast. That's 1, and that's fucking 2. Once that's in there, we're then going to put in 2 teaspoons of sugar. That's also, again, so the yeast have something to eat up once it's all ready to go. Then, once all that stuff is incorporated into the flour, we're going to slowly take our water and mix it together with our wooden spoon. Now you're looking at me like, dude, are you stupid? You got a stand mixer here. And I'm like, yeah, I know, but maybe we're trying to do a little more traditional here. The key to a good pizza dough is forgetting to put the garlic powder in there. So we're going to add it now. We're not going to measure too much because garlic powder is delicious. So we're just going to do a nice little sprinkle in there. And if you're not like me, which I'm hoping you're not, you remembered to put it in before you mix the water. Now you're going to look at it and you're going to be like, dude, that's so wet. That's not even dough. And I'm like, no, I'm aware. You want a good moisture ratio when it comes to pizza. So we want like a really wet dough. Obviously, this is too wet. Come in here and check it out. This is way too wet. So from here on out, actually, we're going to start slowly incorporating a cup of flour at a time. Oops. Just until it becomes a cohesive ball of dough. I also forgot the olive oil, so drizzle some olive oil in that bitch too. Once it gets to this stage, as you can see, it gets pretty sticky, and that's kind of where you want it. You don't want it to be too tight, because pizza dough is pizza dough and not bread dough. So once it's pretty nice and sticky, but it's still together, you're pretty much done. Sometimes you don't need the whole cup of flour, and that's okay. All right, so now, once your dough is together and everything's ready to rock and roll, we're gonna drizzle some olive oil in a separate bowl. And from then on out, we're going to transfer the dough from there into here. We're going to, ooh, sticky boy. Damn, boy. Okay. Once he's in here, we're gonna tightly cover with plastic wrap, and then we're gonna let her sit for about 30 fucking minutes. Please help me. God, please help me. Fuck. Please get off of me. Alright. Tightly plastic wrapped. And all that means now is we have to wait. Now, a good idea to maximize your time consumption process is to start preheating your oven to about 475 right about now, once your dough is starting to rest. And on top of that, while your oven is preheating and you're resting, you still have about 30 minutes, you know? So we're gonna go ahead and make the pizza sauce. Now, I already made it ahead of time. You don't have to do it ahead of time, you can just make it now, but there's no cooking involved in this process. It's very simple. I'm gonna put the ingredients up on screen that I used, and all you do is just mix it together. The main difference between a marinara and pizza sauce is that marinara is cooked down before being used on whatever you're using it on. And pizza sauce gets cooked on top of the pizza. So wherever it is, that's the ingredients I used, and I'm just gonna pull out my sauce right now, and we're gonna hard cut to commercial probably. And then I'm gonna put the pizza together, and then we're probably just gonna sit down and eat it and have a nice little chit chat, because there's a few bad apples in my comments that need to be addressed. You know who I'm talking about. Sup, bro? Are you a man like me? Yeah, didn't think so. But if you are, I know you're sick and tired of women and not being able to own everything in the world like men really should. That's why today, I've invented a new product. Today, and only for today, you can be a true man and conquer everything in the fucking universe right now. Call the number below and you'll be able to order a cloud. And I'm not talking like no sissy vape fucking cloud. I'm talking like the real fucking clouds, dude. Are you serious right now? Yes. I own one. Here's a picture of my cloud right now. It looks like a police baton. Isn't that fucking sick, dude? Beat him with authority. Make sure you know that you actually own the earth like men should. Hi. I've been sitting in this chair for God knows how long. years, maybe even upwards of 7. But my anxiety just tells me that I can't trust it. There is a solution, though. This anxiety isn't just stemmed from wacky woohoo brain. Millions of accidents happen in chairs every day, just like the ones I'm about to show you. Now, we no longer need to live in fear of chairs breaking through the cushion and ramming right up our assholes. Today, if you send in your chair to this mail address, I will personally place the sticker of authenticity of being a chair that is not only just a chair, but structurally sound and functional. Any kind of chair can come in, whether it's one like this or one like this. Now, don't hesitate to call now. We'll offer a free quote, but it'll probably still be expensive. You don't understand how expensive glue is. That shit's like $5? Fucking tariffs, dude. I don't know, man. Isn't that fucked up? You can't even get a fucking glue stick for less than $5 fucking. I mean, are you fucking kidding me? All right. Now that our dough is rested for roughly 30 minutes, it's about doubled in size, which is what we want. Now, if you were, smart, you'd have an actual pizza stone, and your oven would be preheated to about 475, and it'd be nice and easy to take your pizza peel, slide your thinned out pizza dough on it, put your sauce and shit on it, and then just slap it onto the pizza stove, oven, or pizza stove. I don't know what you got. But I don't have that. I have this little pan. So we're gonna do things a little wrong here. It's not exactly authentic for how pizza should be made, but we're home chefs, we're home cooks, we're home losers, we're home bodies. I don't have a $80 pizza stove or a pizza peel because that's fucking ridiculous, and I'm not making pizza like that every day. But who knows? If you like pizza that much, go ahead and do it. I don't give a fuck. I'll endorse every bad decision you want, as long as you don't hurt no one. I don't really care. Have fun and enjoy your life. So for me right now, I'm gonna flour up my counter space, and we're gonna roll my dough out, slap it on this bitch, which is going to be heavily oiled because it's probably going to stick, and we're going to avoid stickers as much as possible. If you do have semolina flour, not regular flour, don't use regular flour for this. This is optional, what I'm about to say. But if you have semolina flour, don't put any oil on this and just dust the bottom with semolina, and when you roll your dough out on top of it, it'll be fine and it won't stick. Alright, so again, we're just gonna very lightly dust this bitch up. And we're gonna take the dough out of its resting place. Kind of beat it down a bit, get rid of some of the air. And place it right on that bad bitch. And we're gonna press it out. We'll be making some nice little dough. It's probably going to be best to just actually use a roller, because I'm not too smart. Once it's rolled out okay, like I said, we're going to just cover it with oil, the pan here. Now if you don't have any kind of pizza pan like this, you're shit out of luck, unless you just buy a $600 pizza stove. Or I don't know how expensive they are now. It's probably way more than that. But these pans are like, fuck. These pans are like probably $6. I don't know. I fucked up. So we're just gonna do it my old way. And we're just gonna press it down. Here, we're not gonna be making the prettiest little pizza today. He's gonna be a little ugly boy. But that's fine, because that doesn't matter as long as it tastes good. The big thing now is to make sure that there's no holes in the dough, because you're not an experienced pizza maker. I am, and I'm still shit at it. I had head chef at a restaurant that made pizzas for about 1.5 years, and I still can't fucking do it. So it is what it is, you know. Sometimes we all fuck up, and for me, it's almost every time. Alright, once you get your dough into a pizza-ish shape, we're going to take a fork, just like this bad guy here, and we're going to just start poking holes in the dough, not the end of the crust. All this is going to do is stop bubbles from forming. Some people like the bubbles. I'm not particular about them. I don't feel any type of way towards or against them. But I also do know that I like a lot of sauce, and I want my sauce ratio to be more than bubble ratio. There is a tool called a docker that you could buy if you're really into making pizza, which if you are, you probably shouldn't be watching this video. Go watch like a professional or something. But a docker will do the same thing very quickly and very easily. It's just like a rolling pin, but it has little pegs sticking out of it. Then from here, you can take your pizza sauce. I'm using about 1/3 cup. You can use a little more, a little less. Remember, this is your pizza. This is your time to be the best you that you could possibly be. Achieve your goals, you know? Ow. So we're gonna do a nice helping right in the middle. And from here on out, we're just gonna try to spread it out all the way around. Now again, like I said earlier, I prefer a very saucy pizza. Apparently that's not a thing. Apparently most people don't like saucy pizza. And I find that mentally disturbing, as like the main flavor of the pizza is the sauce. You don't really get flavor from cheese. You get cheese from cheese. So I'm actually gonna do another like 1/4 scoop of sauce. Now, some people will say that's blasphemous. Some people will say you're a fucking nutso and that you need to go into a loony bin. And I tell you, I'm probably already there, and this is just a fever dream. So once you've generously, or not so generously, sauced up your pizza, it's time for the cheese and the other toppings. Alright, so we're going to start off with a nice helping of mozzarella, because that's what we like. Mozzarella is the perfect cheese for pizza. Always has been, always will be. We're going to use more mozzarella than any of the other cheeses, because the other cheeses is what's going to give it that dark color on top. Like that nice brown bits of cheese on top that everybody loves so much. That's what the other cheeses are going to do. Mozzarella usually doesn't burn like that. It just usually melts pretty well. So that's going to be our mozzarella. And then we have this Italian style blend. It also has mozzarella, but there's also provolone, Romano, Parmesan, and Asiago. So we can basically say that this is a 5 cheese pizza. Once your pizza has been properly cheesed, there's one more thing left to do. What we're going to do is we're going to make a seasoned olive oil to get a bunch of flavor into the crust itself, on top of the crust. So it's just going to be some olive oil, good helping of garlic powder. And the reason why I use garlic powder, not fresh garlic, is fresh garlic usually burns fairly quickly. And since we're going into about an almost 500 degree oven, I'd rather not burn the shit out of my pizza dough. And we're also going to add just a little pinch of salt. Salt makes everything better. It's just facts. Fight me in the comments. I don't really care. You're not going to win this argument. And now from here, we're just going to take our nice little mixture, and we're just going to brush the edges of the crust with this beautiful elixir of the gods. Look at that. Am I not perfect or what? Alright, so with our pizza fully assembled, our oven preheated, we're at 475. We're gonna slap this bitch in, and we're just gonna wait probably about 5, maybe 10 minutes. That might be too much. The key to knowing when a pizza is done this is by looking at the color of the crust. When it's nice, like dark golden brown, that's when you know it's perfect. So we're gonna set that in there, and we're just gonna keep a nice while we'll mix it, and it'll be done. All right, so our pizza's just about done. It's looking and smelling fucking great in this bitch. So I'm gonna come down here and we're gonna look, I'm gonna grab it. And now look at that. This is that color that I'm talking about. Isn't that pretty? Aren't you the greatest? Isn't he the greatest? And now, the moment of truth is to figure out if it's stuck like a bitch or not. And the only real way to figure out is just by diving into it and hoping we didn't ruin the entire pizza. So, fuck it, we ball, I guess. I don't know if you can hear that crunch, that crispiness though. It's, fuck. Smells amazing. It sounds amazing. I'm trying not to burn myself. I'm definitely leaning more towards that this is stuck to hell. What? Look at how cute though. Oh no. Some pieces aren't stuck, which is fine. It's like the last time I made pizza, I did this too, so that's fine. So now we're just gonna slide a thin object underneath. I'm going to excavate a nice, delicious slice of pizza. Homemade pizza that you can be proud of, that you made it yourself in your home. So we got our pizza here. It's a little floppy because we don't have a pizza stone. A pizza stone would really eliminate all of that. And I kind of rolled it out pretty shittily. But I mean, goddamn, am I right? I know y'all that follow me at home just took a bite of this and also did the goddamn as soon as you fucking took a bite, because this shit is slamming. It's a perfect amount of sauce for me, the right amount of cheese. The crust is fine, okay? It's basically like if you bought a frozen pizza, but it's way better. It's still better than a frozen pizza. Don't get it twisted. But you know, like frozen pizzas tend to have a more breadier crust, and this is kind of similar to that. It's a little bit more bready. We don't have pizza flour. If you have pizza flour, I believe it's like an entirely different recipe anyway. Or maybe not. I believe the ratios are different. But at the end of the day, this is delicious. And it took probably like 40 minutes from scratch, you know? And that's including the 30 minutes to let the fucking dough rise. Homemaking pizza is so easy and so simple, and it's a great way to spread out a budget as well. and it's just delicious. It's so perfect. Come on.
Ow. Fuck.
It is really good. Now, I got to talk about some of them bad seeds in my comments section. Every short and almost every comment on the first episode of Salt and Suffering have been asking me to do this naked.
Yeah.
Get me to 1 million subs and I'll do an episode naked. Here we go. What the fuck?